A bright winter morning, where the December sun shone cold but beautiful against frosted windows, Marissa Hale stared at her reflection and wondered how many more rejections her heart could take. She had dressed for hope, soft cream sweater, warm brown curls pinned neatly, and eyes full of the kind of courage that only lonely people carried. She had come to this Christmas blind date believing, just maybe, the season of miracles would include her. But within minutes, as the man looked her up and down with a reluctant half-smile, she felt that familiar sinking. She saw it happening again, the tightening jaw, the fake excuse, the sudden tone that always meant she wasn't enough. And just like that, he excused himself, leaving her sitting alone at a cafe table meant for two, surrounded by cheerful shoppers and the sound of distant carols. It was supposed to be her fresh start, the day she chose happiness. Instead, it became the moment she realized how invisible she truly felt. Backhand index pointing right. If you believe kindness and second chances can change someone's life, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to RW Insights. Your support means everything. Marissa stepped out into the crisp daylight, the city buzzing around her with glowing decorations, jingling bells, and families rushing with gift bags. She walked with no particular direction, fighting the sting behind her eyes. She was 34, hard-working, kind, giving, but somehow never chosen. The holiday season, with all its sparkling joy, only reminded her of what she didn't have. She found herself slowing near a small park where children were building uneven snowmen, their laughter echoing in the cold air. Life moved on without her, and she wondered if she was meant to live quietly on the sidelines forever. Across the street, even through her blurred vision, she noticed a man struggling awkwardly with a tangled string of lights in front of a small Christmas charity booth. He was tall, wearing a forest green jacket, with a seriousness that didn't match the chaotic way he fought with the decorations. But Marissa, wrapped in her own sadness, continued walking past him. She didn't see the little girl standing beside him, trying to help with tiny gloved hands. She didn't know her life was only moments away from changing. Marissa sat on a park bench, letting the cool air settle around her. She pulled her scarf tighter, burying her disappointment in silence. She wasn't aware that the same little girl had wandered off from the booth, now clutching a broken ornament and scanning the area with big, searching eyes. The girl's name was Haven, a soft-spoken 7-year-old with cinnamon-colored hair tied into messy pigtails and a smile that hinted she had once known great sadness but learned to hide it with hope. Haven spotted Marissa sitting alone and, in the innocent boldness only a child possesses, hurried toward her. Marissa blinked as she felt a gentle tug on her coat. She looked down to see Haven staring up at her, wide-eyed and curious. The girl studied her face, almost as if she recognized loneliness when she saw it. Marissa managed a faint smile, unsure what to say. Haven held the broken ornament in her small hands, stepping closer. Marissa reached out instinctively to help her fix it, focusing on the delicate pieces. The girl watched, fascinated, as Marissa gently reattached the tiny snowflake charm with surprising care. It was the first time that day Marissa's hands stopped trembling. The moment the ornament was whole again, Haven suddenly wrapped her arms tightly around Marissa, catching her completely off guard. There was no hesitation, no fear, just warmth. Marissa felt something crack open inside her, something she hadn't felt in years. She looked around for the child's parent, her heartbeat flipping, but before she could stand, a panicked voice called out. Eric Lawson, the man with the tangled lights, rushed toward them, relief flooding his expression when he saw Haven safe. He apologized quickly, explaining she wandered off sometimes when she felt drawn to people. Marissa stood to leave, embarrassed, but Haven wouldn't let go of her hand. Eric knelt beside his daughter and reminded her gently that she shouldn't run off. Haven nodded but turned back to Marissa with trembling lips, as if she was afraid of losing her. And then, with a soft, steady voice, she asked the question that stole the breath from all three of them. She asked if Marissa could be her new mom. The world seemed to pause. Marissa's eyes widened, her breath caught in her throat. Eric looked stunned, instantly emotional, but he didn't scold the child. Instead, he looked at Marissa with a depth she hadn't expected, a depth that carried years of heartbreak and hope intertwined. He explained quietly that Haven had lost her mother 2 Christmases ago and hadn't asked anything like that since. Something about Marissa, he said, must have made Haven feel safe. Marissa felt her heart tremble, moved beyond words. She tried to explain softly that she was just someone sitting on a bench, but Haven held her hand tighter, as if she knew Marissa needed saving just as much as she did. Eric apologized again, his voice soft and honest, admitting he was still learning how to be a father and how to heal himself. He offered Marissa a warm smile, gentle, appreciative, and unexpectedly hopeful. What began as a rejected blind date was slowly turning into the most unexpected connection of her life. Instead of walking away, Marissa found herself following them back to the booth. She watched Eric help Haven hand out cocoa cups to visitors, watched father and daughter laugh, watched the way the winter sun lit up their small world. And she felt her loneliness thawing like frost under daylight. Eric invited her to stay for a while, and she did, not because she had nothing else to do, but because she wanted to. Hours passed gently, filled with warm cocoa, shy smiles, and the innocent joy of a child who believed she had found something magical. As the day softened into the golden glow of late afternoon, Eric asked if Marissa would like to join them for Christmas Eve dinner at the community center the next day. There was no pressure, only genuine hope. Marissa felt something inside her whisper yes. Not because she was desperate, but because she finally felt seen, not for being perfect, but simply for being herself. Haven hugged her goodbye, promising to save her a seat. Walking home, Marissa realized the rejection that morning had led her to something far more extraordinary than a simple blind date. She found connection, warmth, and a glimpse of a family she never knew she needed. And somewhere between a little girl's innocent question and a father's quiet smile, she felt her heart open again to the possibility of love. Backhand index pointing right. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to RW Insights. Your love helps these stories reach more people who need them. Speech balloon special request: comment believe if you think miracles can arrive when we least expect them. If you'd like, I can also create SEO tags, prompts for images, thumbnails, titles, reels, hooks, or a full YouTube script style version.